This video focuses on the newly launched module within KYC Portal called the Real-Time Reporting Dashboard. So on the right-hand side menu, if you have been given the rights, the system shows you that I have an menu item called Dashboard. This dashboard is a real-time view from a reporting perspective of all the data that you have sitting in KYC Portal, and there are various elements on how this data is being interpreted. So if we had to start from the top left graph, the first graph shows me the total applications that I have across all the programs. Programs being the ones that you define at product or service level within your KYCP. In this case, it's showing me all the applications that I have as a percentage across all my programs and how they are split. I can also break down this data by status. Again, statuses are something that you create and you configure within the KYC portal itself at program level. The system then over here shows me the interpretation of applications with the status that they are sitting in. So practically focusing on showing where most of my applications are and what my workload is based on the different programs, different product lines or channels that you set up in the system. You can also break this data by role. So if you're using roles and assigning teams to the respective roles, you'll be able to split all the application data by roles to understand bottlenecks and which teams need maybe more resourcing or need more work. On the right-hand side, the system shows the overall risk exposure that you have across all the applications and across all the subjects that you have across all the programs. So the outer dial shows me the level of risk based on low, medium, extreme, and high. These are based on the settings that you define at program level based on what your risk policy is. Anything that is marked as none, it means that the risk engine in the background still has to catch up and process the risk of those applications. So the outer dial, whilst it's showing me the grouping by the risk level, the inner dial then shows me where, based on a percentage, those applications with that level of risk are sitting. I can also open this graph up at program level to be able to understand the risk exposure that I have across programs, being able to see which programs are leading to what level of risk in my organization. Back to the main panel of the dashboard, the next module shows me the applications created by month. So this shows you from the beginning of time how applications are being added over what time period. It allows you to even focus and be able to understand and move across the timeline. You also can set a from to date to be able to focus on specific dates of you using KYC Portal. Bottom left is a graph that shows me the grouping of all the entities that I have within my KYC portal across all the programs, but split by entity type. So as you know, in KYCP, the system allows you to set all the types of entities that you have in your structure to be able to then report on it in this way. The system will show you the grouping of entities, like, for example, the total number of UBOs that I have across my programs. The system also allows me to view this at program level to be able to split it up and understand what kind of entities I have where sitting within what type of program. Last but not least is the total reviews by month. So as you know, the system, you defined your review policy based on the risk. The system also knows risk in real time on all the subjects. So the system is calculating all the reviews, not only in the past, but also the ones that are upcoming. So giving you a perception of what still needs to be done and what backlog and what workload is about to happen based on your review policy. Same thing, the system allows you to even zoom in and be able to identify the kind of workloads that you have upcoming.